This show is part of the Deluxe Edition Network. To find the other great shows on the network, head over to the deluxeeditionnetwork.com.
Bev's Video Kingdom is intended for a mature audience. Listener discretion is advised.
Start this thing.
Welcome back to my second favorite podcast at Bev's Video Kingdom. You know what I listened to the other day? So Brad has this thing where Nate tells him a movie and then he waits 11 years to actually watch it until
20 years.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, Nate's like, this is so good. Brad's like, okay. He's like, you know, you should watch it. Hey, yeah, okay. Well, let me borrow the DVD. Okay. And then 10 years later, hey, can I have my DVD back? You watched it, right? Nope, still haven't watched it. So I did that to Scott and Brad because they were like, hey, you should really listen to this podcast about Weezer. I know you love Weezer.
Oh, yeah.
And they did this really cool podcast about it. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm totally going to listen to that. And then a year later, I was standing in my living room and I said, you know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to listen to that podcast. And holy shit, I really liked it.
Is he not the best, dude? He's so funny and sarcastic.
And now I've got some other ones, like a cake one and some other ones
Cake's
that I'm
good. Yeah.
So just go through the whole list. And he just said on his new episode today,
Who's he?
Yeah, let's plug it. What is it?
Rob Harvilla, who's a longtime music critic. He is now part of the Ringer Network. And he has a podcast called 60 Songs That Explain the 90s.
But he just expanded it today
to 120
so
songs
he's
that
keep
explain
it
the
Oh,
90s.
really? Okay, yeah.
Well, it's still called 60 Songs That Explain the 90s. If you're looking it up, it is called 60 Songs That Explain the 90s. But he's now on episode 88, and they just said they're going to go all the way to 120.
If you're in any way like me and fell in love with Weezer's Blue Album in, 1994 or whatever it was when you were in 6th grade, go back and listen to that podcast because I'm going to recommend it to you guys. Don't listen to Scott and Brad. They don't fucking know. I think it was great, so you guys should listen to it.
They have an episode about Crossroads from Bone Thugs. And
oh, dude, that was a jam, bro.
I will just say that the pod's good when he starts off for about 5 minutes talking about Jefferson Airplane on a pod that is supposed to be about the Crossroads from Bone Thugs.
I want to know where that crossover comes in. Okay.
It's so beautiful.
We are Bev's Video Kingdom. We don't just sit around and plug Ringer podcasts. We have our own podcast.
We mimic them.
Yeah.
And we're actually part of our...
Don't say that. Don't
I'm
fucking
joking. I'm
shit
talking
like that.
about the initial ideas,
Fuck
man.
Bill Simmons. Come at me, Bill. Fucking copy our shit again. Hey, we're doing fucking Fight Club this week. Maybe you guys should do it next week like you did when we did Boogie Nights. Copycat and bitches. Anyways.
But we are part of a network, though.
I was about to make a dope transition. You fucked it up, Scott. Go ahead, Scott.
Well, we got Captain Transition over here being really quiet because the last podcast.
Nate's been coming through those transitions.
Oh,
Captain Tranny over here.
I'm Captain Transition.
We are part of...
You know what? I'm comfortable with my transition.
Deluxe Edition Network. I'm trying to get us through this. The Deluxe Edition Network. Check it out. We got all kinds of great pods. Pods of the month are
Spoil My
Movie and the what's the other one?
World Tour True Crime.
See, we've recorded this on
World
a night.
Tour?
We've already done a bunch of recording.
That's not what it is.
Something like that.
World's True Crime.
World
Tour True Crime.
So let's get to the reason why we're really here because we're fucking already hammered. What are we doing?
So we watched Fight Club last week on Valentine's Day. Is everybody still married?
Yeah, I actually am.
I'm checking my text messages now, but I think so.
Not yet, but it's looking
the night is young. We'll find out how it goes.
You should have heard what my wife said in bed.
Oh, what did she say?
Oh, I can't say it. It's too raw.
Is it always that limp?
My favorite part of the podcast.
She said it's too raw.
There was a Fight Club reference, you assholes.
Say more.
I haven't been fucked like that since grade school.
Oh, don't say that, dude. She teaches grade school, bro.
That was from the movie.
Oh, you're right.
Direct quote.
We didn't even talk about that. The alternate line. Do you know what the alternate line was? It was that she says, "I want to have your abortion."
Oh,
and then the producer or somebody didn't like that, and so Fincher was like, "Well, we're going to change it," and he's like, "But we're going to change it, but we cannot change it back. Like, I'm going to change it." So then he tells a new one, and she's like, "I like that even less." And he's like, "Sorry."
All right.
Okay.
So we talked about Fight Club last week. We all feel pretty good about it. Scott was a little lukewarm on it. I think we made him like a little bit better. Maybe
got a little warmer on it.
Okay, tiny bit warmer. So the end of Fight Club, Brad talked about it being in the movie theater and listening to Pixies at the time, and just when the needle drop comes at the end of the movie, and the buildings start falling down, and you hear fucking and then Where Is My Mind comes in. It is pretty fucking sick. I have to admit, it's a great cinematic moment. And it continues into the credits. Great song.
Right after you see a big old dick.
Killer moment. Exactly. What did you call it in your song? A love rocket?
Love missile.
A love missile. I like that. Okay. So of course Brad was like, we should do best needle drop in a film. And I dug it. I was like, that's a great idea. And then at one point I was driving home, and don't do this at home, kids, but I just had this thought in my head, and I was like, I'm going to text the guys right now. So I put my knee on the wheel and got my phone out and started texting.
I'm sorry, you voice texted, right? Oh, you just used voice.
Oh, yeah, I
text.
text to voiced.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. So I then text to voiced. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, that's it.
Exactly. That's
the technical.
Text to voiced it, and I said, guys, I just had an epiphany. We're doing Fight Club. There's nothing that could be more interesting to me than us arguing over which actors are tougher. So I had this thought that maybe we could draft 4 actors, and that would be our team of 4 in a Fight Club style competition, and they would go in and fight. Like I would draft 4 guys, Brad would draft 4 guys, Nate would draft 4 guys, Scott would draft 4 guys, and they would all go in and fight in like one of those weird Russian deals where they have like where they have like a team of guys that all fight against each other, or one-on-one, or however you wanted to do it. So I'm picturing in my head, like, you've got Tom Hanks coming in hot against like freaking Phil Reiser or something like that, or whoever.
Tom Cruise is punching people in the knees.
Exactly. Tom Cruise, he's got a stool that he's standing on to fight Vince Vaughn or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So I just had this vision where I was like, that would be really fucking interesting. And so I text the guys with my voice, and they were all like, that's a really good idea. We like that. And then we decided maybe we would make it even more interesting and include a female character or a female actress on your team that also gets to fight, but maybe she only fights the other females, right? And then so we decided, so we're going to draft teams of 4, and they're going to fight. So you're going to have 2 males and 2 females on your team.
Correct.
And they are actors.
And now Brad is going to explain. So this is a great thing about Brad. So I can come up with an idea that is just not even close to fleshed out at all. That would be like super, like we would argue over it and all this stuff. And Brad's brain just like thinks of all the controversy before it even happens.
Right.
And then he sends 87 text messages like, well, what about this? Well, what about this? Well, what about this? So Brad, tell us what the caveats are for the category.
So our caveats, and I think we started immediately, we were like, okay, they cannot be previous martial artists. So like,
well, first of all, just to double confirm, we're drafting actors, not characters. They
right.
play.
Okay. That was the first discussion. And
right.
what we said is that when you choose an actor, you can kind of justify it by like, hey, they were this person or this person. And so we kind of got to that point. And then we kind of suggested like, they can't be former martial artists.
So Jean-Claude Van Damme is out.
Anybody who was a practicing martial artist before they became famous.
Steven Seagal out.
Bruce Lee, no.
Pat Morita, Moriata, whatever his name is. Morita.
We're saying no.
Out.
I don't know. I say he counts, but whatever.
And then
Dude, he fought in World War II, bro. He'll kill you.
And then we got to the point where we're talking about like, okay, there's a lot of pro wrestlers who've made some movies. You got The Rock, you've got John Cena, you've got Dave Bautista, Stone Cold Steve Austin. They've all made movies, so it's like let's get the professional wrestlers out of there. They're all kind of combatants. So we're trying.
What about the girl from the Star Wars movie? Dark hair. She used to be a kickboxer. Super beautiful. You know who I'm talking about? Gina Carano.
And not in Star Wars.
She's
in
out.
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
Yeah, she was a mixed martial artist.
Not related to Star Wars at all. Jesus fucking Christ.
She said the Star Wars movie.
Yeah, Gina
asshole.
Carano's out. Yeah, because she was a UFC fighter first.
Okay.
Or whatever.
I would have picked her.
She was, yeah, Strike
Ronda
Force.
Rousey's out.
Ronda Rousey's out.
Right. So anybody who has been a professional fighter at some point, now it does bring some questionable
professionals. Okay.
If they have professional fighting experience, I say they're out.
How about amateur? Because
I know who we're talking about. I think we're talking about the same fucking person.
No, that's fine. And I think I know who you're talking about too. And I think he's going to be the number one pick.
And I think we're going to argue. I think we're going to argue.
No,
about
I think
things.
it's fine. I think it's fine.
So here's the thing.
He's also 5'6".
The other thing we said was that we're taking the person as an actor in their prime.
right. Well, and so what I thought was like, well, let's just say we have to say a movie that they're in, like basically at their prime. So we're saying, Tom Hanks in Castaway. If you're picking Tom Hanks,
so my
whatever shape they're in.
My question to you is that going to go on the draft sheet? So like I'm going to put Tom Hanks Castaway era.
Yeah, I
Yes.
like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's what's going to go on the
So
draft.
that's
sheet.
where you're
So-
getting their like physique from.
Right.
Yeah.
Just so you have an idea.
Yeah.
If you say, some, John Wayne, now, well, he's dead. So
like
the-
Rosie O'Donnell, a league of their own.
if you say 92 Barry Bonds versus 2004 Barry Bonds,
Right.
like I mean we're talking different people.
right.
2004 Barry Bonds puts 92 Barry Bonds in his pocket and carries them around.
All right, so I think that's. Do you got any other qualifiers?
So the one other thing that we decided to do, we didn't. So when we draft the first round,
no,
No.
I think-
We decided that it has to be that way.
Wait, I thought we said that
think
adds a
you
little bit more
decided that.
strategy. If you
No,
saying
no,
like
no,
I
no.
might want to take a female with my second pick.
no, we decided it made more sense to go
Man.
first round men because
Woman.
then
What if somebody wants to take a woman with their first pick overall?
You can. Okay, we'll say no. You can't. I don't like that. No.
it makes more sense this
Man,
way.
woman, man.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Thank you.
because this way, 1st through 4 is all men. Okay. Then the second round, whoever got the 4th pick of men
Is gonna get
gets the first pick of women.
Yes.
But what if you left it open?
No,
Then it doesn't. Then it's like
I don't like that.
okay.
You were the one that texted. I can.
I
show
know,
you
but
the
then I
text.
changed. But then I changed my mind.
and didn't tell anybody.
I thought I did text. I thought we had agreement on that. Okay, so we're gonna go first round is men, second round and third round are women.
Yes.
Fourth round,
Fourth round men.
That way the first pick gets a man first, and then a woman first, and then a woman fourth.
Or
and
you
a
could leave
man
it wide
fourth.
open where people could choose whatever they wanted,
I don't
whenever
like
they
that.
wanted.
I like structure.
Nate-
What if we say?
Nate,
Nate,
thoughts-
you're the
thoughts on
decider
that?
here.
What if we say third round's child actors?
I prefer. I prefer.
Crazy little addition at the end. I love it.
I think I prefer the open format.
I
So now
hate that you're siding
fucking
with
2 to
Brad.
2.
Fuck, now we got to go outside and fight.
Oh,
Tag team here and figure out.
This whole thing for me was just a way to get us into a fight club.
Scott, are you ready?
Can I have one more question? So, what if somebody became like an outside of acting professional fighter of some stripe after they became famous and were an actress?
They are 100%
They
draftable.
count. They count.
Wow.
Because
Okay.
we
Because
said
there's
after
a
first.
lot of actors who have gotten into jiu-jitsu and things
Yeah, but
like
are
that.
That's
they
what I'm asking.
professional fighters though? There's a difference between I do jujitsu on the weekends
Right.
and I fucking get paid to do jujitsu.
Right. If they are a trained martial artist or professional fighter or combatant prior to becoming an actor.
Right. So they became an actor because they're a fighter. They're out.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. But if they were like
We're
on
gonna
Mork and-
fucking argue every-
if they were
every
on
pick
Mork and
is-
Mindy and then all of a sudden they fucking started fighting before
Rest in peace,
asphyxiating
Roddy
themselves.
Piper.
Oh, damn. I was going to take somebody from Mork and Mindy.
You were going to go Robin Williams too? I know, bro.
Okay, so right now we are 2-2 as far as is it just pick whoever you want, whenever you want, or in the order that we talked. So how do we break this tie?
Time out. We have a tiebreaker here. Who's our judge today?
That is Matt Marleau of the Real Drunks podcast, part of the Deluxe Edition Network.
Now, Matt, we're not going to be mad at you either way. Can we turn Matt's mic on really quick? You're not supposed to be here right now. We're going to kick him out of the room in just a second. All I want you to say is, do you side with Brad and Nate, or do you side with me and Scott? And we won't be mad. We just won't ask you back. If
Quit
you don't
grabbing his mic.
Jesus Christ.
You're
Shut up.
You're gripping that mic very sensually.
Yeah, that's a lot. That you don't want to use that.
I
like a
can't-
shake weight.
I can't even concentrate right now on the question.
Do you think that we should pick first round men, second, third round women, fourth round men, or do you think we should pick whoever we want? You just have to pick. You just have to end up with 2 and 2.
It's a tough one.
I know, because there's an answer that's right and an answer that's wrong. It's really tough.
I feel like in the spirit of Fight Club, you got to go chaotic and just got to go whatever you want.
You're going with that.
You have to end up with 2 women
Yes, but you have to end up with
and 2 men.
Yes.
Okay.
But how you decide to take those is completely up to you.
going with that Jeff Goldblum chaos.
I have a
theory.
feeling that Zach, or what's your name, Brad? I think Brad, he knows the draft order, and then I think that has changed.
Texted this shit
All of a sudden-
well before I established
He's
any
like,
draft
no,
order.
you were all about having it.
No,
I don't know.
we'll go back
Just
to the
saying.
text.
Very literal
We
text.
will go back to
very
the text,
literal text
y'all.
from Brad that was like, I think it should be the first, second,
initially,
third, and fourth round.
Initially, that was,
Initially,
but you
yeah.
said you admitted you haven't read my 97 other texts.
Very true. I haven't. I just assumed that your mustache typed them. You didn't even know what it said.
This shit goes
I know.
wild sometimes.
There's some fuckery afoot. Okay, so we're doing chaotic. You can draft it whenever you want. Okay.
All right, turn
That's
Matt's
fine.
microphone off. He's kicked off
Get
the
the fuck
pod.
out of
Hey, Matt, we'll see you in a little bit, sir.
All right.
See you, buddy.
Welcome back. At the risk of being super annoying, we have another caveat for the draft, and that is that they have to be like a major player in the movie. We don't want to pick like, Danny DeVito's stunt double from fucking Twins or whatever.
Right.
They have to be like either the first, second, third lead.
Or like one of the kung fu dudes that is
Right.
fighting.
We're not
Big
picking
Trouble in Little
henchmen
China.
here. We're
Right.
picking fucking stars.
They got to be stars. So
They gotta be-
they have some star credibility as an actor or actress.
I would assume that when you say the name, 90% of the people listening to a movie podcast are going to be like, I know exactly who that guy is.
Right, exactly.
All right, here we go.
All right. Do we need a draft order?
How about what day is it?
I actually do know what day it is. Oh, shit.
Draft day. Welcome back to the pod.
So we there shit we already talked about it, didn't we?
That's all, folks.
I was gonna say we forgot to mention the other caveat, but we already did.
Yeah, we sure did.
We're fucking caveat hell.
Welcome back, Scott.
Leave that shit in.
I do these draft orders, and sometimes you feel like I'm making a little bit too big deal out of these draft orders. We were talking about theme songs and stuff for it, and you know what? How's this for not making a big deal out of it? And first pick is Zach, second pick is Nate, third pick is myself, and fourth pick is Scotch.
That's the fastest draft order reveal by, I don't know.
Damn.
I'm gonna watch the socials
3
blow up and be like,
minutes?
we wanted
Yeah, they're
Brad's
gonna be like,
stupid, absurd
"Oh my
story.
God."
Please weigh in on whether or not that was the best or worst.
Brad didn't even have a magic
draft
8 ball in
order.
that one.
He didn't even ride a donkey.
What was the order again?
First pick is Zach, second place is Nate, and third pick is myself, and fourth pick is Scotch.
Ooh.
I don't hate fourth this one.
You couldn't even come up with some bullshit about like
We got
bunch
a
of
Fight Club
guys standing out around in a basement, and then all Tyler Durden points out and he calls out and he goes, "You," and he points to
And he knocks out Scotch first.
Dude, that's so. Just to be clear, that's one thing that's never explained in the Fight Club is how the matchups are decided. Is it like weight class based?
I think it's basically like you request to fight somebody and they can say yes or no.
Is that how it goes?
But I think your first time there, they're gonna appoint you a fight. But I think after that, it's all like, because that one guy he's fighting, he says, how about next week? He's like, how about next month? Like they're already kind of like scheduling their next fight.
Right.
I think that guy was just kind of like,
it's hyperbole.
Yeah, he was just kind of like, hey, I just beat the shit out of you. Like, fucking.
It's like,
good
how
job.
about next week? He's like, how about next month? Just kick the shit out of you.
Yeah,
because I can't fucking talk right now.
Anyways,
so we're gonna start this draft off,
and it's you, and you can choose a man or you can choose a woman,
or I can choose the correct number one pick, which I think has been discussed. So this guy is the star of a whole bunch of shit movies, but he's also the star of one of my faves that I got turned on to by Nate at some point because Nate really loves the national song that plays at the end of it. And I fucking dig it. And this dude's about 5'9", maybe. But just the traps on this motherfucker. I mean, dude, if you're going to I think he would submit some dudes just like putting that trap kind of on their trachea. But I'm going to go with my dude, Tom Hardy from Warrior. And that's the shape that he's going to be in.
Yeah.
I put that in the parentheses. So it's Tom Hardy and then in parentheses is Warrior. So you've taken one of your male combatants.
And the fact that didn't he recently like actually do a UFC tournament?
Jiu-jitsu. He was in a jiu-jitsu tournament.
And I think he won his weight class.
He won his weight class, yeah.
That would be my number one pick.
It's a bad motherfucker. The dude's got like real cauliflower ear.
Nate, you were talking about him when we were kind of discussing rules. You were talking about the fact that he later got into it. Is that who you were trying to clarify?
Yeah, I mean, no, but he makes sense. I wasn't thinking of him.
Oh, I thought you were like balls
I know
out.
Scott was
There's a
talking
few
about
others that are, yeah.
All right, well, it is your turn.
Okay.
Will the first woman go off the board?
I've been debating this.
Ooh, boy.
I don't think so.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with a dude who is not a formally trained fighter in most of the ways that we think of such, but he's just a badass dude who's clearly done a lot of hardcore fighting, and that's Danny Trejo.
Oh, shit. That's interesting.
Yeah. And this is where I
always think of him as a bitch.
So he came out of San Quentin.
That's wild.
What do you think, Scott?
That's a crazy take, man.
Whoa.
Are you serious right now?
Do you know who we're talking about?
Yeah, the dude that makes tacos.
Machete.
Yeah, Machete.
Yeah.
Are you taking like what's your movie you want me to put down next to it?
I probably would take him in.
Yeah, you got to pick a movie.
Shit.
Machete? Scott was going to say something about him while Nate's thinking. What were you going to say?
What I was going to say was, so this was where it was a little bit of a gray area for me, and that's why we did actually specify professional, because he learned how to box in prison.
But it was totally like,
but it was before he was an actor.
But it was also very I mean, it was just.
But we talked about no previous fight experience, which was so. But we also said professional fighting. So this is why I wasn't sure. I had him on my list in like kind of a side category because I wasn't sure if you guys would accept it.
I'd say that's the perfect exception to the rule, right? Yeah.
It's fine.
I'll take Con Air.
That's a good call.
Trejo.
I like how Con Air, there's the scene where he's standing on top of the fucking tower or whatever, and he's like trying to get their attention, and of course he takes his shirt off and waves his shirt off to get their attention because he's got to get his fucking shirt off in every movie he's in. He's got that big ass tattoo of the sombrero chick on his chest or whatever, and so yeah, dude.
I was thinking that, or from Dusk Till Dawn. He's the bartender at the table.
Yeah, I thought about that
good.
too.
I mean, and good old Machete would be a good pick too. So.
Desperado.
But see, here's the thing though. You're also getting Danny Trejo did not get into acting until I think his like late 40s.
He's a little older.
So he's definitely a little bit older.
But the dude that won't give up either.
He served time in prison, man.
He'll
He's gonna be tough.
He would definitely fight to the death, I feel like.
Yep.
Or fight till the last taco.
All right.
He does tacos now. That's like his deal. He has like a restaurant where he does tacos. It actually looks kind of delicious.
That's his deal. Like he's the guy that's making tacos.
I think he's like
he
pretty
started the
involved
business.
in it.
Yeah.
He's
I mean,
like
he
it's like
definitely
his
started it.
thing. Yeah, or at least that's what the TV would have you believe.
Okay, I'm actually shocked, and I started typing it in when you first started talking about him because I thought this was going to be the number one pick, and it surprisingly was not. And I'm, you know, I could go female here, but I think that's going to be a more wide open category. So I'm taking, and I'm surprised that this, I hope this is not an argument, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, that's a good pick.
Platoon.
I think it's the wrong pick, but I think
he's about as athletic and buff, a big man who's a lot of little guys are going to have problems with.
You ever see Bob Sapp fight?
I have seen Bob Sapp fight.
What do you think?
Bob Sapp is way bigger than Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So two things. One, Arnold Schwarzenegger is not near as tall as people think he is.
How tall is Arnold?
I think he's only like 6'1".
That's pretty
Still pretty
big.
tall.
That's not that tall though, dude. I mean,
6'1", 240 is pretty big.
I mean,
Well, first of all, I'm gonna say I think
Nate's not scared.
I'm almost 6'1", and I'm not tall.
I think you picked the wrong movie, which I mean is arguable, of course. But if I would have picked Arnold,
Commando?
I would have gone Commando for sure.
So-
because they got him lifting logs and like a lot of bicep close-ups.
Yeah,
and shit.
I
But-
guess
I just feel like he's
I
doing
think
more
there's
active.
no-
Like
there's no wrong
he's
answer
in the jungle
on that.
fighting the fucking predator, almost
Right.
like hand to hand. Like
yeah.
But I guess for me though, he just feels like the ultimate like he's like a very like he's a vanity tough. Like he
Yeah,
looks
he's a bodybuilder.
He looks,
He's a
he looks
bodybuilder.
yoked, but
Right.
being strong, right? And like okay, this is part of my size thing. Like if he's like 6'4", 6'5", and he's like 260, and he looks like that. Okay, that's formidable. I'm not saying he's small, but I'm just saying he's not a giant. He looks bigger than he is in movies.
Yeah.
and you know what? I kind of went back and forth with this, but I thought, you know what? Big guys are still going to give little guys trouble.
I believe size matters. Trust me.
It'll be interesting to see what Matt thinks of does he really think he's actually tough
Yeah,
or
I'm
not, or
curious,
is he just Hollywood tough? I mean, obviously he's strong, but can he really fight?
He's a fit dude.
Yeah. So I mean, he's on my list. I just don't know. I didn't know where I was going to draft him, honestly, if he came
right.
up. So
Now it's interesting to see if you go two guys, or are you going to go two girls? Or are you going to go one guy, one girl?
well, I'm about to cause
Two girls, one cup?
about
Like,
to-
what are you going to do here?
I'm about to cause our first probably discussion
Oh, boy.
because he's not the biggest guy on the list. He's definitely the smallest on the list for sure. And you guys are probably instantly going to think that he doesn't qualify. But I have an argument for it. He's fast as fuck. Jackie Chan.
Martial artist. Grew up as a martial artist.
He went to a school in China that is an acting school, which is where they learned all that shit. And it was an acting school, and you can look it up. So again, if you guys all
I picked Bruce Lee with my next pick though.
So I'm just saying he didn't do competitions. He wasn't a martial artist. That's why I thought it would be an iffy pick, and you guys can totally shoot me down. It's fine.
I think I'll let you pick Jackie Chan because I feel like I don't think Jackie Chan's beating
If you guys
anybody
all
else.
disagree, it's fine.
Wikipedia starts out. His Wikipedia starts out. It says
I'll
is a
fight
Hong
Jackie
Kong
Chan.
actor,
Jackie Chan.
filmmaker,
100%.
martial artist.
Right, martial artist that he learned in acting school.
I say we let him.
Did you read his biography or something?
did.
Or what did we look at? Are we just looking at?
I read his Wikipedia, his whole discussion of how he came up in it. So, and I will happily pick something else if
No, take him. I'll fight Jackie Chan.
I don't like Jackie Chan because I feel like he is a martial artist, excelling in
Okay.
martial arts. Chan trained rigorously for the next decade, excelling in martial arts and acrobatics.
in school.
But at Chinese Drama Academy, but it's like a lot of schools in other countries are like you go to the sports school or you
Right.
go to whatever. So he went to the school that was training him as a martial artist.
That's why I wanted to bring it up because
I
it
100%
was a gray area,
say
which
not.
I wasn't sure. Okay, and I respect all your guys' opinions.
Well, Zach, and then you got two people here. They can overrule me.
The problem is Brad.
Because they have to open it up.
He wants to pick Jackie Chan. We're going to take Jackie Chan away, and he's going to pick somebody that could beat the fuck out of Jackie Chan, right?
So here's the other. I guess my other thought about this is like I want a definition of what qualifies as previously a fighter, because like anybody that has fight. I mean, everybody. There's many people that have had some sort of fighting training that has never competed in a.
So I
fighting.
think
Jackie
He
Chan was a
is-
martial artist before he was an actor.
He fought
Exactly.
He fought like actively, like real.
We didn't
full
say that.
combat.
We said if you're a martial, that was the first thing we said was if you're a martial artist before you got into
Part
acting.
of the reason you became
You
an
don't count.
actor is because you were either a fighter or a martial artist.
I don't care. That's
Yeah,
fine.
and
I
you know
just-
what I'm saying?
just- you take someone else. I'm just saying
I
I'll fight
absolutely
Jackie
agree.
Chan.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, there's somebody I have in my list that we can have the same discussion about that I think is a little bit.
I will let you have Jackie Chan. How tall is Jackie Chan? 5'4"?
Yeah, he's bad.
5'4", I think it opens up a door that we probably don't want to go down with other actors. So I don't think he should qualify. I wanted to bring it up because I wasn't sure.
I love that the guy you picked with your first pick you don't think should qualify. That makes me really happy.
Because of the rules that we put in place. I thought.
No, yeah, exactly because of the rules.
But I'm just saying I wasn't sure because we talked about like actual people fighting in tournaments and shit, and which is what he didn't do. Like Chuck Norris was a fucking in tournaments and kicked the shit out of people.
I think you should be able.
We
to
said
take
trained
Jackie
martial
Chan.
artists before they became an actor.
I think he should take. I think he should be able to take Jackie Chan. So does Nate. You don't. You disagree. You disagree. I think Scott should decide.
I'm not going to take him.
Okay, that's your decision.
Okay,
it's the wrong one.
All right.
I can see him kicking Arnold. Yes, keep kicking me. Yes, I like it.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Sylvester Stallone and Cliffhanger.
Wow,
Stallone.
I like Sylvester Stallone and Cliffhanger, huh?
Because he's fucking ripped and yoked and shit. And I heard his boxing is kind of very skeptical. It's like
Rocky IV, he's just ripped though.
He's
Greased
ripped
up
in
and
Cliffhanger.
ripped.
He's the most buff in the real world Seattle. What? Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Is that just a joke that went way over our heads?
No, it's just there was a guy on there that looked like Sylvester Stallone to me.
Is he the one? Oh no, it was the other. It was the black dude that slept the girl.
Yeah, that was a different guy. This
Okay,
guy's name
on the
was
rap-
David.
On the rap, I'm gonna take.
I remember
the
David.
first woman.
Yeah.
The way this draft should be done.
Hey.
I'm taking Linda Hamilton. T2.
That's a good pick.
And T2 too.
Of course.
That's a badass.
Not
chick.
the first Terminator.
No.
As discussed many times, possibly the first movies I ever saw her in the first Terminator.
Actually, I kind of wanted.
the shadow
I
of
almost
the
wanted to take her as pick 4 just to respect her over Stallone. But it's fine.
That would have been the better pick.
It would have been a better pick over Stallone.
I actually think she might take Stallone.
She might.
In T2? Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
She's doing those
ripped.
pull-ups.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, so if this is a fight club, man, I feel like, oh boy, I'm not sure where to go.
Who doggy?
I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with another guy. And I'm going to take I'll save my ladies for the last 2 picks here. My dude is going to be, I'm just going big boys. I'm going Michael Clark Duncan from Armageddon.
From Armageddon. Okay.
Not from Green Mile?
Nah, I'm going Armageddon because he takes his clothes off and he gets up and he starts dancing and stuff. And he just looks just solid and he looks athletic. Like
I like that pick better than I like Arn.
I think he can kind of
He's
just
huge.
I like that pick, but I think it kind of goes against your personal caveat of it has to be the star of the movie. Like Michael Clark Duncan doesn't star in shit, but I'll take
Green Mile.
He's the star in Green Mile.
He's in the movie. He has like
He's
okay,
one of the
all
main guys.
Yeah, you're right. Tom Hanks is definitely billed behind Michael Clark Duncan in that movie.
He's a co-star, wouldn't he be?
We
No,
said
no,
co-stars.
it's fine. He didn't pick him from that movie. This
draft's going to get to the point where we
No, because
He's my
we said you
favorite guy
have
in
to draft
Armageddon.
somebody who's been a star, and then
Yeah.
you get to choose of their like movies they've been in. Like
You have
where
to know their name. You say their name. Oh, yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah, the guy from Green Mile.
Michael Clark Duncan. Nate.
It's cool. It's fine.
Nate.
It's fine.
Nate Dogg.
I'll let Brad take it.
Male, female.
Great pick, Brad.
I'm going female. Tough choice because I think here I'm really going size versus scrappy. And I think I got to go with somebody who is similar to my first pick in profile, and that is somebody who has no formal fighting experience but had an early life that was full of clearly some scraps. And then some acting roles where she was clearly tough as nails. That's Michelle Rodriguez.
Wow.
So she was expelled from like 5 schools growing up, moved around, was kind of an army brat. And then, she like seems like she's a badass. And then she does Girl Fight, which is the movie I'm going to take her in.
From Fast and the Furious 1 is what you're saying.
And then also, no, Girl Fight is she's in that. And then Fast and Furious 1, she's fucking badass.
Okay.
She also takes it like a champ from Vin Diesel on the hood of that car.
You've mentioned that before. I like it.
She can really take a punch to the crotch.
She can take a dick punch of a different sort.
Tongue punch or fart box.
So that's it. That's where I'm going.
Fuck, I did not see that coming.
Okay. Zach.
Oh my God.
You got 2 picks here.
All right. My first pick is easy. And I think he's really proven himself, just walking around the Great Down Under, just fucking punching reporters and people in pubs.
Really?
And
Wow.
fucking all that shit. I'm going Russell Crowe, and I'm going to go from.
I thought you were going Crocodile Dundee.
I did too.
No.
So did you? No, hey, did you guys? Did you guys?
I was like, out of left field, bro.
Our boy Steve Johnson down in Sydney, he fucking messaged us. I don't know if you guys saw it.
I didn't see it.
He was commenting on our fish out of water draft.
Well,
And he was
called
talking.
him
He's like, bro. Paul Hogan's the most. We consider him like the most Aussie dude there.
Oh,
ever
really?
was.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I think I even asked you,
Yeah.
is he Australian?
Oh yeah,
He's a legend, man.
He was like the Aussie of the year in 1985.
Well, yeah. Oh, I wasn't sure if it was a thing like where Australians are like, well, dude, fuck, that's not Australia. Or like kind of like Foster's. Like Foster's is not like the beer of Australia to Aussies. Like I remember when I went there, like, hey, you guys drink Foster's? Like, dude, fuck that. That's piss. We drink this or whatever. I didn't know if like Paul Hogan was the same thing. Like, dude, that guy's a poser or whatever.
According to Stevie,
He's
man,
the man.
He's the most Australian motherfucker you've ever met.
Love it.
He's our guy.
Yeah, he's our Aussie correspondent, man. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I love it.
He represents all of Australia.
National hero.
Okay, so Russell Crowe from Gladiator.
Dude, I just think in Gladiator, he's the baddest motherfucker.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
I like it.
I thought hard about that one for
The
myself.
baddest motherfucker.
It's cool because there's no weapons in this fight club, so
Right.
Well, no.
But he's a big dude.
He will. He's like broad.
he'll get punched and he'll take it.
But
he'll take a lot of
He's
Michael
also-
Clark
You
Duncan
got to
clubs
remember,
to the
he's
head.
like
He'll take him a
dude,
few.
he's also
he's a belligerent drunk too.
That's
right.
So that's what
exactly.
So my big take on this was as a person, he seems like a real fucking hostile individual.
Exactly.
So at that time, all fucking hopped up on the testosterone from the steroids and the lifting. Yeah, he would have been just impossible, dude. He would have been just.
No, it's legit.
Abra.
I like the pick. I love it. Now you have to
Rappity
go
rip it.
females.
Yep.
All female.
Yep. And I've got a good one here for you, gentlemen.
Do not take mine.
I am going. This is a shout out to Brad on multiple levels.
Uh-oh.
I am going with one of the. I can't talk into my mic today. I'm going with.
You're so down on your phone half the time.
I'm going with one of the baddest women that has ever graced the page, and that was in a film. It was in a TV series where I thought she really shined. But she is maybe and this is where you guys tell me if she doesn't count. So I'm going Gwendolyn Christie as Captain Phasma in The Last Jedi. So she is.
Here's the problem. With the star is the problem.
Is she not the star?
She is not.
She's
been
not enough of a
Who
star.
even is that? Sorry, who is
She's
that?
She plays Brienne of Tarth
Brienne of Tarth in Game of
in
Thrones.
Game of Thrones. She's like 6'5". Like
She would be a great pick if you could find a movie that she starred in.
okay, so I mean, I can do that. I just want her to be formidable. You know what I mean? I think
So
she's
she was the
Star
main
Wars.
stormtrooper chick.
Exactly in the
Star
silver
Wars
Yes.
in the silver suit. You know what I'm saying? Like I
That
think
was her
she's pretty
biggest
badass
movie
in
role.
that.
Where do you think she falls on the cast bill? 12, 18?
Yeah, probably pretty low.
Yeah, obviously that's not a star.
All right, I take you back, you fucking asshole.
Dude, I had her.
I want to let you have her because I'm like,
I had her on my list because she is 6'3" and she's Brienne of Tarth.
And she
but unfortunately,
fucking
her
wields
biggest
a sword like a badass.
her biggest role was
I think
TV.
she's actually great too.
what were you saying about there's no weapons in this fight club? Great.
Oh no, so yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But she came across. She fought a bear.
So I gotta go with my heart, and I'm gonna go with straight. She just jumped right out of South Africa right into our hearts. I am gonna go with my girl, fucking Charlize Theron from Monster.
I think it's the
With that fucking
You
haircut.
stole my joke. Damn it.
That fucking with that haircut and just You know, she just looks like she's about to fucking stick you in the back of a seedy bar.
Until she gets her ass kicked because she's not actually tough.
Bro, she looks tough to me.
That is so funny.
From Monster?
I made that joke with my brother. I was like, dude, yeah, Charlize Theron from Monster. And I thought I was going to have a nice little joke here, but you picked her. I love it.
Oh,
Because, I mean, of all the roles, I mean, either that or Mad Max.
So I hate to
she's
say
pretty
it.
badass in that one.
I hate to say it, but she beefed up for that role.
Oh, yeah.
She's not slight at all. She's a tall woman. And I think she could probably beat some fucking ass. She's from South Africa, dude. I mean, they don't fuck around there.
Okay.
Are you sure about that?
What? Have you ever read about... Well, we gotta... Never mind.
Have you read the book of South African Brawls, bro?
No, I haven't even seen that YouTube video.
All right, Nate.
Okay, I'm going a woman again, and here I'm going to blend what I believe to be athleticism, training, and size into one of the baddest ass chicks has ever been on the screen.
Okay.
I'm taking Sigourney Weaver at 6 foot in Alien.
Wait, you're taking... Okay.
Did you make her taller than she really is? Is she
really that
6
tall?
foot?
She's 6 foot.
No,
I had
shit.
no idea.
Can you imagine the reach on that, dude? And she's lean, mean machine. You want me to take her in Aliens on the second one?
Well, I mean, that's...
You made your pick.
You made your pick.
Let's fight her.
I would have gone Resurrection, but that's just me.
Well, she's tough. She's tough in any of them.
All right. My pick.
He's got to go girl now, right?
I do. I have to have girl and a girl. So I'm going with a girl who, you know what? She has a sense of crazy about her. You got to like those girls that have a little bit of crazy in them. Mm-hmm. And she's a little wild. She can be aggressive, and she's been in a lot of action movies. I'm going to go ahead and take Angelina Jolie.
Oh my God.
As Lara Croft.
She's going to get her
Tomb
ass
Raider.
whooped.
She's toast.
Although I had a large crush on Angelina Jolie and Tomb Raider.
Her and Billy Bob wore each other's blood around their necks. I'm like, that's got a little hint of craziness where she might just be fucking a little wild. Like she might go ballistic.
Charlize in Monster would beat the fuck out of
Angelina
John Boyd's
Jolie
daughter.
would kick the shit out of
You
Charlize
are
Theron.
absolutely tripping right now, dude. That's a wild take.
Gentlemen, you guys are the outsiders here. Angelina Jolie or Charlize Theron? Who's winning a fight?
Charlize in Monster, where she puts on 40 pounds and is fucking just ready to scrap, or super lean, absolutely beautiful, but not tough at all, Angelina Jolie.
All I know is the thought of non-monster Charlize and Angelina Jolie wrestling right now.
It's giving you different thoughts.
I really can't think of anything other than that right now.
Oh, all right. Well, Scotch, we're back to you, and you're gonna finish this off with a man and a woman.
All right. So let's keep it controversial for a second. When you say stars, you have to know the name, right? I know this name. You know the actress. You're probably gonna say no because you guys are all a bunch of bitches. And Zach's trying to get Brad's attention.
I just want to tell Brad that Charlize has got her by 3 inches, bro, and about 60 pounds.
I'm talking real life crazy. Angelina Jolie's got real life crazy in her.
Well,
that's true.
Somebody else who's got a lot of crazy in him. Grace Jones.
Oh,
she was
in Boomerang. She was Stranger in Boomerang. She
was she the co-star of James Bond?
She was Conan in Conan the Destroyer. She was in A View to the Kill. She was one of the main villains in A View to the Kill.
Is she a Bond bad guy?
She was a Bond bad guy.
Bond bad guy.
I know exactly who you're talking
it's Grace
about.
Jones. She's a fucking crazy ass.
I think that's cheating.
Does it count or no?
What would you consider the starring role?
One of her star. I mean, she's one of the main stars. And that's again, it's like, is it a star or one of the people that you know?
Star or co-star is what we
Co-star.
said. We said star or co-star. So let's go ahead and give me a movie, and we'll IMDb and see how far down.
Okay, Conan the Destroyer. And if she doesn't show up, I got another one. This is as far as
It says. I just looked up Conan the Destroyer. It said Arnold Schwarzenegger, Grace Jones.
She's 5'8".
Who? Grace Jones?
Yeah.
She's 5'10" and a half.
It says right here she's 5'8".
Uh-oh.
I googled it. 5'10"
Damn
and a half.
internet.
5'8".
Wow. I saw something bad. Anyway, she's fucking crazy. She's nuts.
I know she definitely has a little edge to her. I like
Yeah.
that.
I think she has more of a look of a badass than an actual badass.
Well,
she looks like
She looks a lot more badass than Angelina Jolie. I'll tell you that much.
I do like that.
I am with you on that one.
Okay.
Here's her with Dolph Lundgren.
Charlize Theron, you throw some makeup on her and she looks crazy.
Are you kidding me? Have you seen Monster? Can we go through what she went through in order to
Yeah,
win that
5 hours
Oscar?
of makeup before she fucking got on set.
Yeah, well, you gotta make her look a little worse than worse.
Remember,
for
we're
wear.
not taking the character though. We're taking the actor or actress. So
Do we
Charlize
wanna-
Theron is not coming out in her monster makeup.
Do we
She's
want to
coming
look
out
at
as,
what? Do we
"Hi,
want to
I'm
look at
Charlize
what kind of
Theron."
weight she put on? She's. Oh my god, dude, this is a crazy conversation. Right
All
now.
right. So my final pick.
Are you going away from Grace Jones? Did we give up on Grace Jones? You gave that away too easy.
You guys accepted it though, right?
No, it's. Oh, you're taking it.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
taking
that's
her
already
for
been
sure.
chosen.
Oh yeah, she's chosen.
Look at.
She's fucking gnarly, dude. Yeah, she's insane.
Pretty sure she was Dolph Lundgren's lady friend.
Well, that's fine.
That's insanity.
So a male. Man, there's a couple different ways I can go with this. Mickey Rourke.
Okay, this is where I had conversation because he was an amateur boxer.
Okay.
Oh no, he
Before
was
he
like
got into acting.
an accomplished amateur boxer.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
doesn't count. Cool.
yeah. I wouldn't have counted him.
No problem.
It was a good pick though. He's
Yeah.
definitely rough.
Yeah.
I think he actually got it. He took some pro boxing fights in like the 90s.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was legit.
No problem. I'm gonna go back to the old school. Clint Eastwood, Any Which Way But Loose.
I love that.
That's
pick
not
because
bad.
Clint Eastwood is a good, solid 5'7",
Dude, he was-
and 142 pounds.
Doesn't
and
matter.
Get the shit kicked out of him by Grace Jones.
Oh, love that commentary. Oh boy. Okay, so that's you rounded yours out.
I take it back. Clint Eastwood's 6'4".
Oh, yeah, no, he's a big.
Are you
he's
fucking
tall.
kidding me?
Yeah. So
He's a lanky dude though.
All right, so I've got to take
dude,
it.
But if back in those days, Any Which Way But Loose, he was a fucking. Those movies are all about fucking fighting and
They're
brawling
great
and
movies,
shit.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was in great shape, and yeah. So
All right.
I
Well,
can't believe he's that. He's 198 pounds, 6'4".
Yeah.
That's a fucking solid.
He's
fucking.
He's a rail, dude. 198, 6'4" is thin.
all right. My final
Believe
pick.
me, I'm 6 foot and more than 198.
We actually see fight on screen in a movie that we've done on this podcast, and I'm pretty fired up because if you actually, I like her the most as far as her edge and just kind of like aggressiveness in a TV series, but she's been the star of many a movie. I'm going ahead and taking Regina King.
Oh,
I'm going to take her from Jerry Maguire when
I like that.
she's got a little bit of weight and she goes straight at
Gina King from Jerry Maguire. Is your
yeah, she threw hands immediately. She was about to whip what is it, Petey? Is that his name? She's gonna whip Petey's ass.
So I just took like 10 minutes of abuse on Grace Jones and nothing about fucking Regina King. Nothing.
Have you seen the Watchmen
star.
series? Have you seen the Watchmen series?
Yeah, but you didn't pick
She's
the Watchmen.
badass. In
I'm
that.
saying she's badass in that, but I'm just saying she was ready to throw down with the dude.
Have you seen the Hungry Like a Wolf video? Grace Jones is all over that shit. Nate,
I've
bring
got
this.
spectacular.
I'm going to take a guy that has no obvious prior fighting experience, but he's athletic.
Okay.
He's big now, and he has trained in a number of roles as a combatant that you have a hard time faking. That's Michael B. Jordan, and I'm going to take him in Creed 2.
I love Michael B. Jordan. You're taking him from Parenthood
From Parenthood.
when he was
First season,
Hattie's boyfriend.
first season Friday Night Lights.
So why aren't you going with the hungrier Creed one?
Well,
Dude, in Creed 2, he's fucking so
he's
ripped.
so big, dude. He's put on another 20 pounds of muscle.
But he's soft. In Creed one, he's hungry.
Yeah, but that's the fucking character, dude. We're taking the
All right,
actor.
we are. Yeah, we're taking the side.
Have you forgotten the category that you made up?
All right, that's truth. That's truth. All right, Zach, you have to take your final female combatant here.
All right, I've got. I love this fucking draft.
This is gonna be I don't envy Matt Marleau how he's gonna figure out.
It's going to be interesting. Yeah, like, is he going to go to the tail of the tape? Is he going to see how big they are? Is he?
I
who
don't know.
knows? I don't know. I think I might have like fucked myself with Clint Eastwood. Like, hopefully he knows.
I mean, he's younger then.
Those are great movies.
I know, but not a lot of young.
Any which way
ups.
you can, any which way but loose.
Right turn, Clyde.
Zach, you said you got a great pick here. What's
I know.
going on?
I'm just trying to figure out what
We're stalling
movie.
for you.
No, there's a lot of movies. So I'm gonna go
Queen Latifah.
with my girl, Queen Latifah. I knew it. I'm not joking. You saw my phone, you bitch.
Queen Latifah?
Queen Latifah is 5'10", 200 pounds of pure
She probably
fucking madness.
She'd probably wreck some people.
Just wrecking fools. She's fucking badass. She's fucking hardcore singer. We're going with her from the
Are we gonna have like an acapella off?
Have you guys seen
Regina King just puts her on the ground quick.
I very highly doubt that. Queen Latifah, bro?
Dude.
Hey, Regina King, she was about
In
to
the
fight a
2003
240-pound dude.
In the 2003 Steve Martin hit Bringing Down the House, bro? I really don't think so.
That's the one you're going with?
I mean, there's a lot that I could pick.
Bringing Down the House?
I think she looks
I want Queen Latifah.
formidable in that
Grace
one.
Jones claws her eyes
Bringing
out.
down the house. What the fuck?
It's an easy pick for me. I knew I was getting the queen with the last pick. I'm just saying I think she could scrap.
I like that Zach has really returned to form here.
This is going to be a good one. I cannot wait, man.
Oh, this could go anywhere. I'm looking at these teams and it just depends on what Maddie Marleau thinks is tough.
What it really depends on is how many points I'm going to win by. That's all that really is in question right now. How many points can I win by? And when he sees the list and he's like, oh, Scott picked an actress I've never heard of and tried to pick Jackie Chan and tried to pick Mickey Rourke.
He doesn't know I tried to pick Jackie Chan.
All right. So we're going to bring
Yeah,
that
we'll
dude-
be back
we're gonna
with
bring that
some,
fool
with
back
some
in, or
also
what?
rants.
I'm Tawny Ray,
And I'm Felicia Connor.
and we are Two Chicks and a Horror Flick, a weekly horror movie review podcast.
We are two horror-addicted best buds sharing our unedited, comical, no bullshit opinions on the horror flicks we love and hate.
And you can always expect some interesting movie trivia. We cuss a bunch, spoil the shit out of some movies, and drink a little whiskey.
You can find us on every social media platform and listen to us on your favorite podcatcher by searching Two Chicks and a Horror Flick.
And remember, no nightmares.
All right, folks, we're back.
How the fuck could we miss that one? How the fuck?
I could have fucking introduced that shit. God damn it.
Not even the right one.
Are you still recording? Just keep recording.
We're still recording.
Let me fucking just publicly shame you for your finger that you just pointed at me. So,
I counted wrong again.
welcome back to Bev's Video Kingdom. Brad has no idea what buttons he's pressing.
He just pushes.
I know what I'm ready to push.
But you know what? We're back. We're ready to get judged. How about a little theme song from my boy Matty?
Sure.
Sabermetrics, YouTube assist. Gonna point out all the shit that we missed. It's the draft judge, crushing dreams once again.
I think I heard recently that there's no way to look cool doing airbase, and we just proved it.
Slap the best.
Yeah, you guys look like Paul Rudd just fucking.
Once again, just
Playing
another
it up
reason
at
we
your
should get
fu- at
that
your
video
chin.
on here. We need to embarrass ourselves in front of a national audience.
We just watched Knocked
Worldwide
Up the other
audience.
day. The wife and I watched
Knocked Up is
Knocked
so
Up,
good.
and Paul Rudd walks into the room playing the airbase well before "I Love You, Man" came out, and I wondered like if that was part of the inspiration for.
Well, and what was the movie where he and Sean William Scott like adopt the kid?
Oh, it's
Role models.
role model.
Role models.
What is that?
That's my refrigerator probably making more.
Holy shit, dude!
I thought someone
That was some
attacking-
horror
someone was
movie
attacking,
right
dude.
My
there.
refrigerator don't give a fuck, dude.
But he
damn.
loves they love Rush in that movie. I think Rush is like the big
Yes.
bass.
And I love him,
yeah,
so-
yeah. Uh-huh.
Getty Lee a little bit
Yeah.
extra bass there. So maybe Paul Rudd loves the bass.
He plays the bass really high.
Slapping the
He comes up
bass.
here. All right. So, really quick, we're going to let our draft judge plug his podcast, which is The Real Drunks, also on the network. And,
So you just wanted to repeat everything you just said?
Yeah, you're gonna let him plug it, but
Yeah, go for it, man. You're doing a great job.
The fuck did I do? I'm going to let him say some shit about his pod. I said the name of it. Jesus Christ. You think he was just going to be like, Real Drunks, and then fucking get off the mic? Jesus Christ. Hey, Matt.
Let the record show that I didn't object to anything.
Thanks for coming down. Just trying to give you a proper intro. The Real Drunks. What is your podcast about? What's the network it's on? I have no idea. Brad fucking is going to edit it out, so it'll make sure like we did have no idea.
I can't even. Yeah, the Real Drunks. Movie podcast. Me and my boy Jake, and occasionally we have our friend Alyssa on there with us. Scotch, you been on there?
I've been on there. Brad's been on there.
Checked it out.
It's a movie watch along mostly where we bullshit, drink, talk shit about a movie we're watching as we're recording. Check it out; it's a good time. Yeah,
it's a really cool format. So it's like one of those deals where you can kind of be watching the movie and then kind of hear their commentary going on in the background while you're sort of watching, which I dig. I think we should do we should do at some point like either a crossover with them that we release on our channel, or maybe just a BVK watch along where we're like, all right, we're pressing play on the DVD right now, and then we watch the movie and kind of Brad makes his jokes like he did, like he does.
If it's a scary one, exactly. I'm going to make jokes. If it's serious, I might be hyper focused.
That'd be the best way to do it. I mean, it's a cool format. I enjoy doing it, because you don't really run out of shit to say.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just like, oh, look at this fucking part, this guy.
And if you're watching the movie along, you can have a little bit of downtime where you're not really saying anything because you're watching the fucking movie, right?
I'll say Fight Club, the director's commentary for Fight Club is actually pretty legit. Like Fincher and Pitt and all of them have some pretty interesting
really?
conversations.
I haven't listened to that.
So it's like, it brings me back, like podcasts like that where it's like, it brings me back to the whole idea of where people... You used to get a DVD and it had like here's the director's commentary. Let's hear what they have to say.
I remember listening to that all the time. I was all about the director's commentary and all the special features on a DVD. I would go through all that shit.
Well, if you ever go back to our very first episode of the Real Drunks, and we did, there you go. Good. And we did Roadhouse.
Oh yeah,
we were still ironing the kinks out. And pretty much it was a DVD commentary the entire time. It was fun.
Yeah,
got a lot of good feedback on it. But yeah, it wasn't as good as the DVD commentary on Roadhouse. which was done by Kevin Smith. Weirdly enough.
That's right.
Awesome.
Because he used to love that movie.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yep.
So thanks for coming out, Matt.
I appreciate it.
We just finished a draft, and you have judged us thoroughly. So. What do you think, Brad? Are we going to talk about the results first, or are we going to do also rants first?
Well, we're going to do the results first.
Okay.
But I do want to say, so Matty Marleau, you have trained in some martial arts in your past. So why don't you take us through a little bit of what you've trained in and what you were skilled in?
Yeah, it's been quite a few years since I've done it, but yeah, when I was in my early 20s, I did a little bit of the Hawaiian Kajikembo. I did some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, some Judo, kickboxing, and Russian Sambo.
And that was that all at Oakdale MMA?
Yeah, it was all at Oakdale MMA.
You said that. What was the first one?
Kajikembo.
Kajikembo.
Fuck, it sounded like you made that up.
No, it's a Hawaiian.
That's really a thing.
Martial art.
Yeah.
It's karate, jiu-jitsu, judo, kempo, kickboxing, and
Jesus Christ.
It's
an American boxing.
Yeah, so basically just a quick little history on that. It was formed in Hawaii like right after World War II.
Okay.
Where a lot of the founding members of it all had different styles that they had done, and they wanted to see which one was better, so they basically just got together and just started kicking the shit at each other. Basically, and finding out what worked in each martial art and combining them, and then they would actually go out and test this in the street fights.
You had Americans, Japanese, Portuguese, all on the island Hawaii, and they all brought their own kind of
which was like Chinese boxing, which is like kung fu, judo, jiu-jitsu, Japanese jiu-jitsu.
Then they went to all the best surf spots and were like, "Don't surf here. We'll beat the shit out of
you." Just like Point Break.
Yeah, I was part of that. I brought in poke a pee-pee. and it didn't work.
Poke your pee-pee.
I didn't last very long.
Jesus.
I will say that the Kajikembo community, they're pretty rough. Like they're the types that, like, if you come into there, you better be respectful, because if you're not, they will fuck you
Yeah,
up.
it was like probably like one of like the first actual like mixed martial arts.
Sick,
like,
dude.
as a
I know what it's all. I've seen Forgetting Sarah Marshall, dude. I know what they're all about.
So you were here during our discussion of the ground rules. It was a little bit controversial. We got into it a little bit on the draft. So I'm very curious to hear how did you break this down as far as what did you think would make a good fight team?
So I feel like I really shot myself in the foot when I was a deciding vote. Because normally I would just go like each round, like, okay, this round, this team wins, but that way. Well,
we mixed it up.
So I was like,
can't go round by round.
I can't go that way. So I really kind of had to just look at it and be like, I went with an intimidation factor as also with, who I think could kick some ass.
Right.
And I just, normally I like to judge it and have like a nice little, like the last time I was here, I had a different system.
Okay.
I didn't really have time to make a system for this evening. So I had to just go like a 5-point system.
Okay.
Which I feel is just had to, with.
I got to give you props because we had we did have a judge set up for this, and they had a voice issue. They lost their voice
in true Fight Club fashion. They shot themselves in the cheek.
Yeah,
instead of the foot.
And so they swallowed a bunch of blood, and they couldn't really speak very well. So
yeah,
it was nice to be able to pick you up on the fly. So
yeah,
no problems if you weren't able to devise a hardcore
5-tier structure.
I feel too it's such a open-ended draft.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah,
because I mean, hundreds of thousands of movies or whatever out there and whatever. But I feel like simplicity probably might be best right now.
Yeah, now did you do any, as far as like, did you look at any like height, weight, or was that in consideration as far as like the size of the people?
Size of the people, yes, but I also know too, size doesn't really make that big of a difference.
Right.
I mean, it makes a difference.
You can be quick and kick some ass.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
The biggest guy isn't always going to be the best guy necessarily. Got it.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, I did go with intimidation too, because that's a big part. If you're intimidating, you take away, there's a fear there. So.
And another question is, did you know everybody that was on the lists, or did you have to do any YouTubing or Googling?
I knew everybody on the list.
Love it.
Okay,
yes.
and we picked 16 people. Do you think that Jackie Chan could beat any of those 16 people up?
Jackie Chan?
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Like
if
any of them?
Jackie Chan had been picked, do you think Jackie Chan could beat any of them up?
Against the 8 females?
I'm just asking a question.
Well, we decided male against male, female against female, but
I feel like Jackie Chan's a legit martial artist. So yeah.
Oh, okay. So maybe he wouldn't be eligible for this draft.
Oh, he definitely would not be eligible.
Thank you. I'm glad we cleared that
we
up.
decided it was an argument. And so I did bring it up because literally he wasn't like in like tournaments and shit. He was taught in a school, but Chinese schools are much different.
Yeah.
But he was taught and it was this whole gray area where I wasn't sure.
Well, you could say the same thing about Bruce Lee. Bruce
Right.
Lee never fought in any tournaments, never fought,
Right. So anyway, I brought it up. I knew it was going to get shot down, but we fucking spent like 15 minutes talking about it. You can listen back to it later.
Oh,
Which
so
apparently wasn't enough, so
Right.
we brought it up again.
So while you guys are arguing about that bullshit, I was out there freezing my nuts off.
Yes,
Yes,
that's true.
that's absolutely true.
Thanks,
Are you saying your
Thanks,
balls weren't
Josh.
hot?
So
My balls was hot.
So you went through and did kind of a free form, sort of a Kumpa Pimpe, I don't know. Wasn't that the Hawaiian
Kachikimbo.
the Kachikimbo fucking style of judging, which I dig. And did I say it wrong? Okay.
No, dig is how you pronounce
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
You're right.
So what we ask our judges to do every time is to go from a point perspective. Just list, don't tell us what teams are which, but who got the least amount of points to the most amount of points, because we want to know kind of what the spread is here.
Hey, this is his first rodeo.
Yeah, I know.
You got this. Come on.
Explaining for the listeners.
All right.
So the lowest
Fuck
team,
our listeners.
the lowest team got 10 points.
10 points.
Oh,
10 points.
All right.
yeah, it sounds low.
The highest team, the winning team, got 16 points.
Okay,
so
tight.
it's not
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I like
Tight
that.
spread.
Tight.
Which, looking at these teams, I can see that for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so if you guys are ready, we will forego the drum roll and we will go with the 4th place team with 10 points.
Oh, is there a drum roll or no?
No, we're going to forego it.
Brad can't find the button.
Okay, so the 4th place team with 10 points was Team 3.
Oh,
I'm sorry, with 10 points was Team 3.
yeah.
Team 3 includes Arnold Schwarzenegger, Predator. I'm going to say the movies that kind of represent their size, approximate body. Michael Clark Duncan, Armageddon, Angelina Jolie, Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, and Regina King, Jerry Maguire.
So let me guess. Angelina Jolie, Tomb Raider lost this draft for team number 3.
You know what? I was kind of confused by Angelina Jolie because I don't
Because
really.
it's a terrible pick, and you're like, what the fuck is this person doing?
Yeah, and Regina King too kind of threw me off a little bit.
Especially in Jerry Maguire.
Yeah. I mean, she's mean. But
She's about to fight a dude. She's about to fight a dude like 50 pounds, 80 pounds heavier than her, and she doesn't give a fuck.
If you haven't guessed yet, this is Brad's team.
It's gonna be a long ride home.
She's ready to brawl.
I'm surprised Miss Incredible wasn't on here.
How did you,
Oh, shit.
bro? How
Or the
did
magical.
We didn't even talk about cartoons, bro.
Hey, there's a lot of Dairyland on the way home from between here and Oakdale. I mean,
Oh yeah, you're my right.
So, I am curious as far as in general, you don't have to say specifics, but were there any actors where you saw the movie choice and you're like Arnold Schwarzenegger? What's your Arnold Schwarzenegger movie of choice where you think he's a badass?
Oh, me personally?
Yeah.
he defeats a fucking predator.
I mean,
in Predator.
Predator is up there, but for me personally, it would be probably Commando.
I said that too. That was my second choice was Commando, and I would decide with Predator because
That motherfucker's carrying a
defeats
tree.
predator.
Carrying a tree on his
Have you
shoulder.
seen his handshake? That's like a meme.
A Predator also got beat by a 120-pound Native American girl too. So
we went down the wrong road here though, because it was not supposed to be like what he does in the movie. It's like that era person,
Right.
And
that's
everything
a
you've discussed has been
giant
what
man.
happened.
I think it's
Yeah,
obvious.
but you're talking
that-
about Regina King in a movie. The character tries to fight a dude.
Well,
that has nothing to do with whether she's tough.
Well, now with Arnold too, if you want to go that route with,
Conan, right?
I would say Conan, or I'd say his Hercules in New York when he.
But
was
again, we're
still
just looking for body
bodybuilder. He's
type.
still
Body
a-
type.
I think
We're just looking
Conan,
at
he was
body
straight
type.
up
Yeah.
as big as you could possibly
Yeah,
be.
Conan.
All I know is give Brad some grenadine.
Yeah, there's
I'm shutting up.
3
because
bottles in the fridge, bro.
I'm shutting up.
You know what's going to be good, Brad? When you wake up in the morning and you still have a little grenadine in your mustache and you just kind of suck it out.
And I'm like,
it's
ooh,
gonna taste
sweetness. Sweet. I love pomegranate.
Twist the ends of that grenadine.
That's a
All right, fuck it. Let's find out who also did not win.
Okay. I was gonna say one thing though. It's a long fall from the top, isn't it?
Yeah.
First to worst. First to worst.
First. Okay. So
Wait, Michael Clark Duncan, just real quick, any thoughts on that? He's a big boy.
He's a big dude, but I don't see. I don't see him moving around very easily.
And Green Mile is such a sweetheart.
He's
Yeah,
agile.
so nice, and
He jumps up on that table in Armageddon. He's throws off his shirt.
He starts crying and shit. He's like, "Oh no, boss!" I mean, fuck, dude. I don't think he seems tough.
And he's a
Hey,
great-
I will say
the movie choice was good because I think he was pretty yoked.
He
in that
was.
one. I would say that
he was
or
a
maybe-
fucking iron worker or oil worker, oil rig dude.
Even I would say too. Another one would be Daredevil
Okay,
when
yeah.
he played Kingpin.
Yeah.
I will say this, that Bob Sapp was brought up when I chose Michael Clark Duncan.
Bob Sapp's a big boy.
Yeah.
But he also gets his ass.
He gets his ass whooped.
Yeah.
That was the reference.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Third place.
Third place.
Third place. So
How many points? From 10 to
15.
Wait,
What?
Wait.
I thought you said 16 was the winner.
Yeah. Yeah.
So third place got 15 points?
There's a tie.
Oh, my
you did a
God.
We didn't
tiebreaker?
talk about a tie.
Jesus Christ.
Should you guys want to do a tiebreaker?
No. You've slow rolled
Wait,
this.
you're saying
We have
are
to
you
do a
saying
tiebreaker.
second and third place are both the same points?
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
So we need to have a tie. You need to decide a tiebreaker.
To give him 15 and a half, you need to give him a half
Why
a
don't
point.
you guys pick one more?
That will take too long.
Wait. How about this? You tell us the third and second place teams that got 15 points, and then we will have them pick
And then
a
you guys
fifth
fight.
fighter. No, that's a good idea. But we'll have them pick a fifth fighter that's going to be a child actor,
Oh, I like that.
and they have to be less than 12 years old. And you will choose who wins between Macaulay Culkin and Kieran Culkin in Home Alone.
No, we're just gonna hear it. Let's
okay. So it was tied between teams 2 and 4.
All right, teams
What the
2 and
shit?
4. Team 2 had Danny Trejo from Con Air, Michelle Rodriguez, Girl Fight, Sigourney Weaver, Alien, and Michael B. Jordan, Creed 2. And Team 4 had Sly Stallone from Cliffhanger, Linda Hamilton, T2, Grace Jones, Conan the Destroyer, Clint Eastwood, Any Which Way But Loose.
So talk us through this. Talk us through where these teams went wrong.
Wait,
I'm
I
not
got
sure what
destroyed.
teams
Wait,
they
you
were.
guys got 16, 15, 15. I got 10.
It's like you were playing a different
Fuck
game.
happened? Last week it was like 8, 9, 10, 16.
That Regina King really killed you.
Yeah.
She was fighting dudes.
Her character in
End
that
of story.
She slapped a dude. That's what it was.
She tried to kick him.
All right, so go through just quickly those teams and kind of why they got last place or middle place.
Middle place. God, the cockiness is already out in his fucking voice.
He's back on the top of the leaderboard.
God damn it.
I mean, they all did pretty well. I mean, Michelle Rodriguez, I gave 5 points to.
That's insanity.
Yeah, boy.
That was a nice pick.
Because she is, yeah,
That was on my list,
She's
and
hardcore.
I missed out on that.
Danny Trejo, because he's just a big bad Mexican dude, is intimidating. He got 4 points.
Hey, Sigourney Weaver, he should have gone Aliens, right?
No, he went Alien.
I know he went Alien, but I think he should have gone
I think that's the
Alien
right pick, 'cause
Resurrection.
Alien, she's a
I
little
like
bit
Alien.
more rough. Like
I
she's-
like her in Alien. The shorts, those pants that she was wearing.
she drops the bitch line in Aliens.
Yeah, aliens.
It's not
That's
about
a
the
line.
movie.
It's not about
Jeez,
the character.
It's about the actress.
She's got scientist body in Alien, and then Aliens, she's kind of a little bit more like
I'm with Brad on
ripped
that.
up.
But those two, though, the Michelle Rodriguez, Danny Trejo, is what gave them those points. I'm not a big Michael B. Jordan fan at all.
Oh,
That's a crazy take, but okay.
I'm not. I mean,
you feel like you did Lori Harvey wrong, or
No, I feel like he plays the same character in every movie he's in. Sorry, I mean, bump that.
Eat that mic.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Zach will grab it and put it in your mouth.
Sorry about that. I'm used to having a mic stand up in my face here.
Yeah.
In Team 4, Grace Jones and Clint Eastwood got the most points. So
Look at that old
Did you hear
man
that
power.
about Grace Jones?
after you Googled her to find out who she was?
I know exactly who she was.
She's fucking badass,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So,
See-
so you didn't like Linda Hamilton?
I did like Linda Hamilton, but not as much as like Grace Jones.
Well, okay.
I'm sorry. Not as much as I like Michelle Rodriguez.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
okay.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
that's what I meant.
Okay.
Now,
And
the
Stallone was a
Stallone, yeah,
That was a bad pick.
yeah. I didn't really care too much for that one. But the Clint Eastwood, I also would have accepted Clyde,
the
Clyde
monkey?
Eastwood.
the orangutan.
Oh,
Fair enough.
So yeah.
Well, shit.
I just disagree.
So who got
so
first?
I'm curious who got first place.
Team one included
Egg you on.
Tom Hardy, Warrior, Russell Crowe, Gladiator,
God,
Charlize Theron, Monster. What the fuck?
he had one good
And
pick.
Queen Latifah, Bringing Down the
Yeah.
House.
I mean,
Queen Latifah,
Queen Latifah.
killing fools. Fucking the chick, Charlize Theron's from South Africa. I cannot overstate.
I have no idea where he got the idea that South Africans are these like rough.
I don't know.
man.
Especially, I'm
is.
assuming she grew up like hella rich and
No,
like.
she's a bad motherfucker,
Yeah,
dude. And I'm
it's-
telling
it's-
you,
yeah, white
in
people in
Monster,
South Africa
she put
are
on
okay.
40 pounds for that movie. She's not only that, she's 5'10", and she's a bad motherfucker. Did you see
Angelina
the
Jolie's
haircut?
crazy overcomes everything about
There's
Charlize
no way.
Theron.
She
but
kills
she looks like
Angelina
Skeletor.
Jolie's haircut, dude. She puts it right in there, dude.
All right.
Russell Crowe comes through. Have you ever seen the South Park Russell Crowe? Have you guys seen that?
He'd fighting around the world.
Oh my god!
Russell Crowe back in the day, around that time, was fighting fools all the time.
He was fighting fools everywhere,
All
like
the
street
time.
fighting.
Yeah, he was legit fighting people all
I
the
think he
time.
had Tugga. Tugga was his like boat that was around with him.
Yeah.
Come on, Tugga.
And Tom Hardy's traps. I mean, dude, no one could even punch him, dude. The guy's fucking neck is coming out of his ears.
When I did see the draft, and I saw Queen Latifah, I did laugh my ass off when I saw that. I couldn't help myself. Like, Queen Latifah, what the fuck?
He's like, Regina King would kick the shit out of her.
There's
No,
way.
I don't see that happening.
Matt disagrees.
But, yeah, I disagree with that one. But yeah, but you got Tom Hardy and Russell Crowe with the highest scores on that one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Those are my 1A and my 1B. I love that.
Those were good picks.
Matt, you did a really good job today. I mean, I fucking appreciate you. I hope that Brad actually gives you a ride all the way home since you gave him last place by 6 points.
Oh my lord. Destruction.
It's a wild ride.
That's the only thing that's making me feel happy right now. Is
Yeah.
the fact that we just all destroyed.
I've got a first, a second, and a first in the first 3 drafts of the year. And then if you count the one that we did at the brewery, I have another first. So
That
that's a
doesn't count.
first, second, and first. I'd say I'm doing pretty fucking good.
I love 5'2" Russell Crowe versus Michael Clark Duncan.
Russell Crowe is not 5'2".
Oh, 5'4". I'm sorry.
You're so dumb, dude. You're so dumb. I hate you so much.
Hey, your mom's gonna be proud, and I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't
when
wait.
he's gonna get on the socials
my mom's
and
Facebook
pump you up
post.
some more. I love it.
All right, I want to hear some of the. I want to hear what we missed from Matt. Can we get a button, Brad?
Who did we hit your number one?
Hey,
Also rants.
do we have a button for this? Are you fucking out?
do we have
wrong
buttons?
with you?
Don't make me play Scotch commercial again. I will turn this pot around right now. All right, here we go.
How the fuck could we miss that one? I just don't understand. It's also ran. You idiots.
There's the man with the credit card.
Oh,
Timmy Beck coming through.
poking the bear. All right, so Maddie, did we get your number one? Did we get that?
You did not.
Oh,
boy.
tell
Oh
us.
shit.
Did not.
And I think I know who it is.
Rosie O'Donnell, League of Their Own.
Ooh, that would be a good one.
Right, dude? She was going to
Yeah.
be my next one.
Brigitte Nielsen.
Oh, dude.
But that would be. I didn't even think about that one. No, you guys missed the toughest guy in all of Hollywood, Mr. James Bond himself, Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Oh.
The fact that nobody took Sean Connery is kind of wild.
If you were a woman that was dating him in the 80s, you definitely had to look out because he would slap the shit out of you and then
lot of
talk about it
chaos.
in a Barbara Walters interview and be like, yeah, sometimes you need to slap a woman if they get mouthy. And she's like, what? And he's
slapped her.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
What you mean is no, I mean that.
Yeah, it's the wildest interview I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But no, there are legit stories of him just like beating dudes' asses, like having guns pulled on him and him beating their
Really?
asses. There's a story of him beating up 4 guys while Michael Caine held his coat. And shit like that. Yeah,
fucking awesome.
There's like legit stories.
How
about
did
this.
I
Michael
think
Caine.
I don't know even know if I had him on my list. Like I think I thought about it at one
think
point,
about
but then didn't like write it down. So
No.
God, Sean Connery, of course.
So that was one of the guys you guys missed. Women wise, Pam Grier
Oh,
Pam
yeah.
Grier. I thought about her for
That's
sure.
actually a good one.
Yeah.
Damn it.
from
She
Coffee.
was a badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys, nobody, Jason Momoa, no one.
He's so pretty, dude.
Yeah.
That's actually terrible
He's
on
like
our
a-
part. He's
No,
badass, dude.
no, dude.
Have you seen like throwing
no.
like axes and shit?
Dude.
Did he not do any like wrestling
No.
or martial
Yeah.
arts or anything?
Khal
like that?
Drogo, bro.
Dude, have you seen the picture of him before he grew out the like I'm scary beard?
That's true. He does look
He looks
kind
like
of,
a fucking
Yeah,
like
just kind of pretty. Yeah.
he's like a underwear model, dude. He looks
Dude,
he's-
that's funny
he's,
because
he's 160.
We
He's
didn't-
like, you know,
Yeah, we didn't talk about
5'10",
any of the Marvel
160.
guys. Like, some of those guys are pretty yoked up.
No,
like
those guys are
I mean,
bones.
Chris
We're gonna pick
Hemsworth,
Jeremy
pretty
fucking
big.
Hemsworth.
Riddick or whatever the fuck.
Renner,
Or Renner.
Yeah, Jeremy Riddick. Yeah.
Oh, one leg
Paul
Renner.
Rudd.
I think he was rescuing like a little kid though, so I can't make fun of him.
Also, go back to women. Gal Gadot. Nobody picked Gal Gadot.
So,
Israeli Special Forces.
Gal
Yeah.
Gadot, get her
Oh,
ass
in real life?
Yeah.
oh yeah, she,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Because it's like required if you're born there. You have to be.
But isn't that training? We talked about no training.
Oh, yeah. Special forces, does that qualify?
I don't know. Does it?
All military out?
Like, well, Christopher Lee. Sir Christopher Lee.
Yeah, he was
a fucking special forces dude.
Oh yeah, he could have been. Yeah.
But again, I was like, okay, is that fight training ahead of time?
Yeah. No,
So,
you're right. Then
he was actually in combat, so
right. So does that, again, it's this kind of gray area that we're kind of trying to figure out.
I'll take that out and throw Mila Jovovich.
I thought about her. Yeah,
she had some badass roles.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you pick from that? Probably the.
I would go Resident Evil.
Resident Evil for sure.
Yeah.
So my number one female that I didn't pick was Hilary Swank.
Yeah.
So I was thinking like Karate. You know, she trains for Karate Kid.
$1 Million Baby.
The next
But she
Karate
got
Kid.
beat by a
Baby.
stool.
Spoiler alert.
It's too soon.
How
It's too soon, man.
How about
thought that was a poop joke.
how about Demi Moore, G.I. Jane?
Yeah,
kind of badass.
I feel like though she
She was
She
pretty.
has a little crazy side to her too.
that
Yeah.
movie's sneaky good too.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah.
How about males? We missed Jason Statham.
That was the next one.
He
I
was
was
on
he
my
does
list.
not qualify. Oh no, he
was
like
a diver.
long-
Like a kickboxer, right?
He was a
long-
diver.
I thought.
long martial arts.
Did he? I
career
thought it was
before
just
that.
as a childhood.
100%.
Oh, really?
I thought it was just childhood.
No,
Still before.
100%.
No, he was a diver. He was a
false, dude. He was I
know
absolutely had him on my list, and then
he was
He was
like,
an Olympic
diver. I know
high
that.
diver or
Yeah, I know
something
that. He was
later
all-
in life,
but-
but he was also a martial artist.
he was a martial artist.
yeah.
But I
well
thought we said if
before.
you trained as a kid, it didn't matter. Like,
no.
Definitely never said that. What are you talking about?
Jackie Chan conversation. We went to
Jackie
school.
Chan was a martial artist his whole life. Jackie Chan never converted to like a diver.
Oh, wait a minute. So if you tangent off into something else, he's like, yeah, well, I was The Rock, and then I actually went
It says,
into...
it says that he began practicing martial arts as a kid. Doesn't mean he quit.
All right. Well,
How about fucking Charles Bronson, man?
Yeah, I thought about that one.
He was on my list too.
Yeah.
I'd say Charles Bronson.
Yeah.
What about Burt Reynolds?
ooh, that could have been a good one.
Bert, something about him, you always kind of think of the funny side of him. So you don't think of him as hard.
Mustache punch anybody.
Didn't he play college football? I think he was. I think he was
might
actually
have.
kind of a
I think
stud.
he did, yeah.
Yeah.
What about Tom Selleck? I mean, if we're going like tough mustaches,
Magnum PI.
dude, I mean,
Across the table, last
he's
place.
a big fucking guy.
That's a great mustache.
Robert De Niro. I mean, small, but I mean, Raging Bull. Like,
No.
he throws down pretty
That'd
hard.
be crazy. That's crazy.
How about Mark Wahlberg in Fear?
Oh, so Marky Mark actually was kind of a rough and tumble dude. Yeah, he was one I had.
And in
on my
possibly
list.
the best shape that a human could be in.
So
in
didn't he
Fear.
blind an Asian when he was younger? Like he
Blinded?
he blinded some. He
Like punched somebody so
Yeah,
hard that he like busted
like
their eye.
he
I'm
did,
not
like,
sure
did
of
it
the
like-
person's nationality,
No,
but
he
yes,
actually
he may
no.
have.
I'm
he
saying
may
he
have
did.
punched a human.
He did an actual hate crime, is what I'm saying.
No, I did hear
wow.
about that.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, it's
shit.
been talked about.
Yeah.
So
Chris Hemsworth, we said we did not take.
Oh,
I don't.
so no one took the T-shirt either. Do we not think Brad Pitt? I mean, he's been in a bunch of boxing roles.
I don't think so. I don't trust him.
I don't trust those
I'm
ass.
just saying,
that guy.
if we're throwing a guy named Brad Pitt out there, I just don't think he's the guy.
Because I mean, Snatch, Mickey. I mean that he looked pretty goddamn legit as a
Yeah,
fighter in that.
that's what I'm saying. He looks like a fighter.
Well, you could also go if you're going to
Angelina
snatch.
Jolie whipped his ass.
I'd say snatch. You could go Vinny Jones too.
Who's he?
Vinny Jones, Bullet Tooth Tony from Snatch.
Yeah.
Is he a star of a movie? Has he been a star?
Yeah,
He would count as much as Grace Jones would.
Clive Owen kicks a lot of ass. Clive Owen could have been a good pick.
Clive Owen also seems big.
Yeah, he carries
yeah.
himself kind of
Yeah,
solid.
like Sin City, he looked kind of big compared to all the other guys.
Mickey Rourke we did not take because he said he was
a
boxing
boxer.
career. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Nate mentioned Vin Diesel. What about Vin Diesel? What do we think?
I
about
heard he's a
him?
big. I saw a
a
couple
pansy.
lists where he's just looks tough.
Yeah,
but
he's not.
Really?
He used to
Okay.
be all about D&D, or I think he still is.
Yeah.
Okay.
You saying D&D guys can't be tough?
I mean,
You're saying that right now?
Don't profile.
I heard Mark Wahlberg blinded a D&D guy.
So I got to tell a quick story. I don't know if we're going to rebound from this. I do have to tell a quick story. This goes back to my roommate and his now wife, who I saw Fight Club with. We had an argument one time. I don't remember what movie it was. I think they were watching Armageddon. I think so. What it was. And I was like, oh, it's got Ving Rhames in it. And they're like, no, it's Michael Clark Duncan. And I was like, no, it's Ving Rhames. This sounds terrible, but I will say this is one of the first times I ever used IMDb. Like, I went into my room. I was like, I'm gonna go check this out. I said, we got $20 on this. I thought it was Ving Rhames that was in Armageddon, and go check it out, and it's Michael Clark Duncan. And I walked back in with $20. I was like, fuck. But it's ever one of the first times I ever used IMDb to settle an argument.
You didn't come back and be like, sorry guys, we were both wrong. It's Forrest Whitaker. That's my fault.
Ghost dog.
Fucking ghost dog.
My last one, Jake Gyllenhaal.
He's boxed.
I liked that movie, Southpaw.
Bit, you know?
I just don't know how tough he is, but I like that movie.
He seems like he's kind of a
Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess my big one that I wanted to pick, but I didn't, was Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn,
like 6'6",
big dude.
fucking big dude.
Yeah,
kind of athletic.
We've seen him run, dude.
It's true. I don't know how
He looked like
coordinated he
such a pie when he got fucking hit in Rudy.
He looks like a
Yeah.
pie.
I haven't heard anyone called a pie in 25 years.
He looked like such a pie.
Oh man, you know what? This takes me right back to fucking junior year of high school. I'm just.
That's what it was.
That's it. He did.
How else do you describe it? How else can you actually describe the way he runs in that movie?
There's no other way. I'm so happy right now. I feel like you just showered me with nostalgia.
Such a fucking pie. All right.
I'm gonna start saying pie again.
We need to
Let's bring that shit back.
Pie back.
Next week, we're going to start our campaign to bring pie back. I'm not talking about 3.14. We're talking about the fucking slur. We're talking about the real shit.
I don't think it's a slur.
No, I don't think it is either. I'm just saying, if you get called when you're like, hey, don't fucking call me that.
I would be more confused.
There's literally like a whole generation of people you could call a pie and they would be like, what?
What flavor?
There's a couple. There's a couple generations now. You got to be older to get that. No joke. I don't think I've heard pie in legitimately 25 to 30 years.
Oh my God.
And I love it. I love it so much.
Oh, this is perfect for our demographic. If you go on our little thing where it tells us the age of the people that listen to our podcast,
like 64% of our listeners are like,
it's like 38 to 48 is fucking like, everybody's dying laughing.
I'm gonna get a shirt of Vince Vaughn's picture in that movie. Vince Vaughn is a pie.
That's the next shirt. That's the shirt.
All right. Well, that's a good time.
Well, shout out to David Anspaugh casting a pie in the fucking role of Rudy's brother.
That was Rudy's running back.
So
Is it running back?
I thought it was his brother. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us for that shit show. We appreciate you. Next week, we are going to bring a very special movie, and I'm going to kick it to one of my co-hosts to introduce it. I'm not sure which one.
I got this.
Oh, okay.
And
All right.
I will say, though, that thank you, Matty Marleau, as well, for being on this pod.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Matt.
Check out The Real Drunks
Thank you guys.
on the Deluxe Edition
You
Network.
made the right choice today.
And next week we're going to be talking. AI right now is starting to get a little bit crazy, a little bit weird.
Oh, fuck yeah. We doing that Steven Spielberg movie, AI?
Yeah.
We are not going to talk about whatever his
Fight
name
Club.
is. the little Star Wars guy, Heli Joel Osment. That's not even the Star Wars kid. That's
I don't know. Look at
Jake,
name.
whatever his
Jake
name
something,
is.
yeah.
And it turns out
Sixth Sense
it's Kieran Culkin. All
Yeah. It's fucking Michael
All
Clark
right,
Duncan.
we're going to talk about the movie Ex Machina, and I've been told that very few people have seen this movie. So
It's because they all
Please.
think it's Ex Machina.
yeah,
Yeah. That one.
If you're at all tripped out by AI, check this movie out. It has a very cool plot. It's not a lot of actors in it. It's a very small movie, but it will have you freaked out about what AI can possibly do.
Really, really good movie. Who's Oscar Isaac is amazing in it. He's so good.
The redhead from About Time. If you're one of my rom-com people.
Domhnall Gleeson, I believe his name is.
Donald Gleason. Yep.
If you say so. I don't know.
It's going to be.
We'll talk about it next.
It's an adventure, man. It's worth watching. It's a very beautiful movie, and we're going to talk about that AI craziness.
It's a wild ride. Alicia Vikander is amazing.
Amazing.
I think that if you haven't seen it, take this week to go watch it. And it's probably streaming somewhere. Just search it up on fucking Watch.
Just Watch?
Yeah, Just Watch. And we'll figure that out. I appreciate you guys. I had a really great time tonight.
You're just happy you won. Shut up.
I'm super happy I won.
Shut up, you pie.
Fucking pie.
You're up to 2 victories, you pie.
3 if you count my other victory. But it's all right. We don't have to nitpick as long as I'm in first place. I love you. Bye-bye.
I wanna be at Beverly's, bringing me home with my movies. Just a blind by, no reason why. I love this scene. Nate Scott's I Can Brag, your favorite podcast. The stars.